And we continue to look at the issue of child abuse and neglect in the Mid-Ohio Valley. Last week, we learned more about what child advocacy centers are. We looked at North Star, the largest child advocacy center in the state of West Virginia and headquartered right here in Parkersburg. This week, we take a closer look at how the four main agencies in child cases work together and how CAC's unique role focuses on the child solely in the investigation. The four main agencies that work together in abuse cases involving children are law enforcement, CPS, the prosecutor's office, and a child advocacy center. These agencies work together in what's called a multidisciplinary team.
So it's just a collaborative effort from all the agencies to make sure that each case is getting the attention that it deserves.
Each agency has its own set of responsibilities. Greg Collins says he feels like North Star Child Advocacy Center is the glue that holds the whole team together.
Everybody is so busy, short-handed, that some things can fall through the cracks. And when it comes to an investigation involving a child, that can happen. There are no more important issues taking place within our organizations.
A CAC is focused solely on the child. Collins says it's important to have an advocacy center there to focus on the child exclusively because no one else is.
When everybody else goes back to their caseloads, massive caseloads, who's taking care of the child? Do we forget them?
Collins says they shouldn't send the child off and wait for them to be abused again. He says North Star has to be there for that child. He also says there's a need to provide help and resources for the non-offending guardian.
If the mom or the non-offending custodian calls, I need help, I need resources, who do I call? We want to be there for them, and there's nobody else that does that.
Forensic interviewer Abby Pfeiffer explained the process of working with the families.
We talked to them about kind of what's going to happen when they leave here, what they can expect or who they can contact, and then we just like to reach out periodically to see how things are going, if there's anything we can do for them or if there's anyone we can put them in contact with.
Collins says their help comes in a lot of different shapes, like going to court with them and even helping to file protective orders.
So providing that parent with what they need to raise that child is crucial at that point. I mean, who else? Law enforcement can't do that. CPS can't do that. It's not what they are built for. They're built for a more proactive, get results thing, and I think that's where we can fit in really well.
Collins explains that kids are being removed from their families and the new guardians will need a lot of support.
It could be 2 weeks, it could be 2 years, depending upon how long they feel like they need us to provide them with assistance.
Another form of help from North Star comes in backpacks, food, clothes, and toys.
And these children, after they complete their interview, which is sometimes traumatic, sometimes it's tough, they are so excited. They're picking out these toys and they're just picking, no, I want this one, I want this one. So it's kind of like finding the right Christmas tree for them. They just go through all this stuff and their eyes are bright and they get to take this home and it leaves them feeling, I hope, somewhat positive about the friendships they made here during the day.
As every agency has said, it can be traumatic for a child to have to tell their story multiple times. But North Star is here to help. Their goal is for the child to only have to tell their story one time. And they do that by trying to make this a safe place. As you can see, this isn't a normal doctor's office or therapist's office. They do have murals on the walls. They have a fish tank. They even have toys and coloring for the kids. It's all designed to help them feel safe and comfortable.
But those kids, when they come back in, they see that mural out there and they see the toys and fish tank and their eyes light up because I remember this place. You can get all you want to eat here and they have toys to play with, and it's just this, it's the innocence of a child. I think it gives you that reality that there's some good things happening here in a really evil world.
The mental toll these cases have on those involved is heavy. This is true for the child, the family, and the workers. Next week, we look at how the agencies work to combat these issues.